Hi guys, my name is Taya, and today I would like to speak about very serious topic. It's miscarriage, kids and planning kids in relationship. Um, a lot of times I think it's a very big taboo or very shame subject, specifically in society for the woman, because it's a lot of blame, a lot of pain, a lot of memories. And I would like to speak about the subject because I think not a lot of topics or people, or maybe it's not very popular how it should be for understanding women. And if you know, guys, in this community, I would like to growing up very safe space about communication, about relationship, about safetyness and happy marriage, consulting, and a lot of subjects that make life balanced and happy. So let's go dive this subject and begin find the secret. Yeah. So let's speak about couple, for example, that married or dating. Yeah, step by step dating. And I understand a lot of people have um, romantic flowers, la la land idea. But, nothing wrong with that. Again, uh, everything must be and romance and flowers and roller coaster. But also I think for couple very important to speak very deep subject if you're planning to go forward and have a marriage. Yeah, because a lot of people also have maybe different idea about marriage, or different idea about like how many kids they want, how they want to raise kids, or what practice they have in their own family. For example, how parents grew it up, what style and tradition they have in their own family. And if you want to double check previous video, we already speak about that. So, for example, if couple have clear communication and speak on the front, for example, one person won't have 8 kids and other person won't have only 1 or 2 kids, how you can negotiate it, or how you can working out this. Because again, I know the story, like one lady, she said, I don't want to have any kids. I growing up in not stable family, and I don't want to have any kids at all, just completely taboo, zero. And one gentleman who want to date her, who want to chase her, and he just like, I want you in my life, and I just want you, I love you so much, I don't want to live without you. And she said, no, it's my kind of rule, I don't want to have a kid. And this gentleman asked and proposed this woman 5 times, and all the time she rejected him because he won't have a big family, and he growing up with very large um, community family, I think like 5 or 7 kids, and he loved it, so he want to have his own family like this. And she grows with big family, and she like, no, stop, I don't want it. So what happened is she rejected him 5 times because she traumatized, and she like, I don't want to have a kid. And last time when he asked her, she said, I will marry you if you promise me you will never have a kid. And he said, okay, I give up on this, we will never have a kid, and let's just marry it and live like this, we will have a dog. And of course, surprise, surprise, 1 year later they have a first child. And when she was mom, her mom instinct kicked it out. And it was so funny because a few years later she like, I won't have second one. And he like, oh, hold up, hello. What is this going on? Because um, she originally said she didn't want to have any kids, and he was super happy that right now her mom instinct kick it out, and right now she won't have a full family with kids, and he was so happy. So in a few years they have a second child, and after when the first years gone, after second child, she's like, I want a third one. So they have a third one, and she's like, I want her more. And right now he like, stop, 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 stop. Maybe three it's enough. And they live a very nice, very long, 50 plus, almost 55 years together, and it's incredible. Yeah. Maybe, but again, you need to speak on the front. What do you want? Yeah, what your idea? What is your plan? And if your partner say, I don't want to have any kids, don't still have imagination that, like, you know what, yes, maybe it's right now my partner don't want it, but on the future change mind, blah blah blah, or I will change this partner. Most of the time it's a fail. A story that I told you previously, it's very unique because mom instinct kick it out and it's happened, but it's very rare. So a lot of people who start dating, they did not listen to their partner, and they have idea that they will change partner, and it's how it's happened: divorce or misunderstanding, miscommunication, argument, lovers involved, and etc. Because you listen but you not hear it, and it's two different things in relationship. Because you have a hope that this person change mind in the future. What if it's person not, and this person not lied to you? This person was your partner, open and honest on the front. So please be careful and listen and communicate. Don't have a hope, don't have imagination, don't have a fantasy. Maybe it will change, maybe it will be different, maybe it is, and maybe it's not. So what you will do later? Like, if this gentleman not accepted that she don't want to have a kids, and what if the rest of their life live without kids, but he accepted, and he did not have any fantasies that, like, oh, maybe she will change her mind. Like, he accepted who she is, and she she changed her mind. But again, it's very very rare, so please don't um, take one. So be please open and honest. I tell this about every single video. Never lie, never hide. Be open, be honest. Doesn't matter how subject will be painful or difficult, what you go through, what is your past. You always need to spit it out. Never hide it anything, because on the future still popping up. Not in correct time, not in correct moment, and all the surprises never good. No bueno. Never, never play this game. So, and for example, if your partner say, I don't want to have any kids, okay, second side, you need to ask, what is the point? Maybe you have some type of trauma, maybe you have some type of memory. What happened that you make this decision? Yeah, why do you make this idea in your head or decision in your head that you don't want to have any kids? If something happened with you, maybe you was raped, maybe you was traumatized, maybe you see that in your family dad beat mom, and you so traumatized that you don't want this happen to you, and you don't want even married. Maybe you saw that your parents beat your siblings, and you don't want it. Or maybe it was so large family, like 12 kids, because I know the family that have 12 kids, and they so traumatized that they feel, I don't have a childhood, because parents like a factory makes these kids, and first of all, we never have a food, they never have toys, they work so hard from like child time, and they did never have a time to play or enjoy their childhood. They live so poor, not enough food, not enough clothing, and oldest look at youngest. And right now, like almost like growing like 6 7 sisters and brothers, so I already like all see the diapers, and I hate it. and I traumatized. I don't want to have my own child. And it's interesting that I know one family that mom come with 12 siblings, and she was so traumatized that she don't want to have so big family. So she have five kids, and from these five kids, only one person who have a child, other one not. So this lady who have 12 siblings, right now she have five kids, and these five kids only have one child. So she have only one grandchild. That's it. So you can see tendency go down, because a lot of times when our parents or grandparents growing up, they have a huge, large family, like 10 kids, 9 kids, 15 kids. And again, because was this time how they growing up. And right now it's different time. So we need to understand, we need to learn and speak about this. Nothing wrong, nobody criticize our grandparents or parents or decision, how many kids you want. And some people want, even in modern life, big family, and they want to have also large, like 6, 7, 5 kids. And it's independent everybody decision. But if your partner said that don't want to have a child, you need to speak about why not, or how much do you want. Like, for example, you want to have only one child, okay. You want to have only 2 kids, okay. Why do you want to have only 2 kids? Yeah, of course you cannot predict, like, oh, it will be boy or girl forever. I'm not expert in this, I'm not medical doctor, but you uh, for example, need to speak on the front, like, okay, if some type of diseases was in your family, yeah, like what type of diseases was in your family, like how many kids have diseases, or like what symptoms they have it. Because again, in modern life, I think it's kind of taboo. A lot of people so shy speak about this, because maybe not even shy, but they did not know information from the parents, because parents who growing up on the 60s, 70s, 50s, forever, they did not speak about this because it was taboo and shame. Like even on that time, they like did abortion and nobody speak about this. Yes, or maybe it was miscarriage and you have no idea that your parents have. So you need to sit and speak in front of your parents and double check, like, hey, mom and dad, did you know anything about? Because in the previous history, if you look, before, people know 5, 6, 7, 9 generation. Right now, in modern life, what I find out, and I ask a lot of people, they so lucky they have a grandparents. Sometimes people even don't have who is a dad. And again, it's not criticism, it's just life. Every situation can happen. So, and maybe you just was adopted and you have no idea who is your parents, yeah, or you just was growing up with your grandparents. That I see sometimes situation like that. You're growing up with your grandparents, grandma, and you have no idea who is your dad or parents at all, yeah. And they die, so you don't have anybody to ask this question, for example. But if you still have a chance, please double check with your parents or grandparents and ask, like, did anybody have abortion, or anybody have mutation and they need to do this abortion, or anybody have miscarriage, or what was the point to have this miscarriage? Because, for example, when I start to dig in all this deep subject, and when I studying the subject, it was very, very shocking. Also, I did go to the group for women who go through this support to ask a question and meet this woman. It was very, very interesting experience. And I find out that a lot of women go from a lot of pain. Like, for example, in a group that I did go and ask a question, lady was so shame, and they only feel comfortable in this very small community that around only women, and they speak about their pain, they ask about support, and Most of the time women try to hide it, but one day you have enough that they have addiction. It can be alcohol addiction, it can be workaholism, it can be drugs addiction or something. And when I start to ask a question this lady, I was so shocking and like so surprised, because one lady, I think I speak about this in previous video, so go and check my previous video. One lady, she had incest in her family, and her uncle and the oldest brothers raped her, and she hid this information for 54 years. Right now she's 75 or 70 plus year, and she hid it 54 years, all this pain. And only right now, when she's 75 plus, only right now in her old age, she have enough power and energy and believe in herself and support with a woman group that she come, and she started speaking about her pain and cry and have therapy, work with psychologist, and have a practice. Yeah. Other women also, she, for example, she said that she growing up in a very poor family, and her parents have a brother. Oh, I'm sorry. Her parents have a son, her brother, and he have a drugs addiction. And this brother owed money for the drugs, and he cannot pay. And he started stealing all money and things from the family, lost everything. Nothing was in a house that he can steal and pay for his drugs. So her mom, make decision that she sell this girl for the sex and pay debts for the son. That is so terrible. When I hear the story from the woman mouse, and when they go to therapy, when you have a chance to speak with this woman, when you have a chance to communicate with these people, you just like blow the mind. And it's so terrible, it's so terrible how women go through this, how many pain they have, suffering, shame, um, taboo subject. Not a lot of people speak about this, and I think this subject must be completely viral, because a lot of times you need to help. And why um, I'm not sure why it's hidden, because a lot of times women very strong most of the time, but sometimes enough it's enough. And why they have later abusive relationship, why they don't want to have a kids, because they're traumatized when they're growing up like teenagers, or they was raped or something. And they don't want to take kids to this life, to this world, so they kids go for what they did. Or maybe they was raped and they did abortion. Again, question, a lot of people criticize, but you have no idea what women go through this, why women make this decision, what happened, and how much therapy women need to go through if she make this decision to have abortion. It's not only about physiological, physically you go through the pain, you can recover your hormones, you can recover your body, but psychological, this woman completely destroyed. And this woman need a lot of support, and work with psychologists and work with people who license people and can provide this um, therapy and support. That it's so very critical, I think, in society. I need to have this subject much more communicated. Yeah. And believe, if for example you have a partner who did have abortion, and she was brave enough to tell you this, first of all, it's like a big congrats, because it's not very easy subject to speak that open. Number two, how much trust must be between couple to have this subject. And number three, also like results, if this person have abortion, what can be results in the future when you want to have a kids. Because again, maybe this partner was raped and did abortion, because for example, I did go to I drove one place, and I saw people standing next to the medical clinic, and they have all this transport painting and all the stuff about abortion. I got it, totally got it. Again, everybody have their own opinion, but for me also, I would like to ask a question. Like, for example, this grand dad who said with this sign like no abortion save life. I understand that position too. Everybody need to save maximum lives. But again, like for example, have position, if you have a daughter and your daughter was raped with 5 men in a parking lot in the night, and she was pregnant from the situation. First of all, she need to have a lot of therapy, psychological from the situation. And if she will be pregnant, like results after the situation, and she make decision to give a birth, first of all, this child will remind every single day about this pain in this situation. And you, like a grandfather who have right now this sign like no abortion, you will love this grandchild same view. It's a lot of question. Again, I'm not the hater, I'm not criticize, it's just thinking and thoughts. So have an open mind, have misunderstanding, have communication, try to ask a question and understand everybody position, because everybody have their own story. And please don't damage somebody's lives because they just make this decision. You never know what they go through, you never know what background story. So don't jump and judge this person a point finger. They did the best decision in this life, this moment, what they think it was correct for them. And maybe they have regrets, maybe they have results later, maybe after that they cannot have a kids. But again, um, I want to speak and kind of bring this up because the subject I think must be much more popular speak about, because when I speak with women who have this pain, when I see their face and how they crying, it's just unbelievable experience. And I think need too much more support, speak about, much more open, don't be shy, um, and do the best to have a safe place that women can come and speak about this. So I would like to have this community and growing up that if you have the situation, please go and make a comment below or go to my site, tayamanhattan.com. Please book a consultation with me. I'm ready to speak to you. I'm ready to listen to you. I'm ready to help you. If you need to guidance and other support, we can guide you and provide or recommend other places. So I'm here to help and do my best. So if you, for example, have a partner and you very brave and build it up this relationship that you can speak about the subject from your previous situation, previous experience, maybe it was bad, maybe it was good, maybe you never have this, thanks God, you never have this experience in your life. But again, in this video, we speak only who have it. But maybe somebody who, for example, in your family member have like your sisters, your aunt, your mom, or forever, or your neighbors, or your friend that you know. So maybe you have in your environment or your circle people who have this experience. Please share this video because we need to have much more help and provide an understanding and support for this woman. It's what I really believe. um, and if you have a partner that you wish to speak, but you're so shy and you need to have speaking first in front of somebody, please come book consultation. I'm ready to help. Um, and if, for example, you have not abortion, but you have miscarriage, it's also very tough subject. It's also a lot of pain. It's a lot of crying, a lot of recovery physically, mentally, psychological. And again, I know the woman who, for example, have four miscarriage, and right now she's pregnant number 5 times, and she's so freaking out. She's so freaking out that come and ask help for consultation to kind of mentally be prepared. And of course, right now it's great. Right now everything is awesome, but it's um, a very deep, painful subject for a lot of women who go through this because, for example, women who have miscarriage, first of all, she always will blame herself. And men who maybe did not know that she was pregnant, maybe she not even tell him because this was not a great relationship and this surprise it just happened and nobody planning, yeah. Or life some type of happen and maybe, for example, you have a partner and he work for the army or something and he have contract and he left the country and you find out that you're pregnant and maybe he die and you have a lot of stress and from all the stress you have miscarriage or it start to be like mutation. Again, I'm not a medical doctor, so please don't take this information like advice, but again, with my knowledge, what I know and what I hear, I'm speak about. But if you have a mutation and a woman body so smart to kind of try to protect mama first and have the situation, but doesn't matter what reason was and happened the situation, what women go through, please have support for this woman because she go from a lot of pain. She go unbelievable situation, even in her mind, not only her physical body. Please be supportive. Please be understanding. And of course, next time, if you're planning the kids, and let's say you have a great marriage, you want both have a kids, you speak about kids, and you're trying and trying. I know the couple who trying 8 years. I know the couple who trying 5 years, and they did all tests and everything is great. Everybody healthy, nothing wrong, but they cannot have a kids. Something's stopping, something's going on, and medical doctor cannot understand, cannot help or find out. But be patient, be understanding, and again, life is happen. So before have relationship, speak about this, share all this information, and speak about even adoption. Like, okay, for example, my family have this situation, or I did have this situation, or what if nobody have? Thanks God, but what if this happen? And we can now have a kids, or maybe it will be miscarriage. You will be open for adoption, or you don't want to have anybody to adopt, or you completely open for the subject and you're like, yes, if I cannot have my own kids, I want still have a child, I still have one full family, and I'm ready for adoption. Okay, what adoption do you have? How many kids? Because a lot of kids suffering also. A lot of kids lost parents, and it's not their fault that they lost. And everybody won't have life, yeah. Everyone won't have a love. Everybody won't have a parents. Everybody want to have a house, yeah. So why just not give opportunity and adopt this child? Or I know the family that they have marriage, they won't have a kid, so they cannot have a kid, so they speak about like they open for adoption, they go adopt a child, and after when they adopt first child, they find out that they pregnant with their own, and right now they have two wonderful kids. So sometimes miracle happen, yeah. And because you was open with your heart to give your love, to give the house and your family to person who already exists and waiting you, yeah, maybe you can have after second your own child, yeah, or find out that you're pregnant. So again, please communicate with your partner. Please don't hide anything ever, ever, ever. um, doesn't matter how much it's painful, doesn't matter how much it's you hide it, doesn't matter what's going on in your life. Please have correct partner. Then if you don't trust your partner so much, because again, I know person that hide it from the husband the situation. And why? Because maybe not trust, maybe not enough open communication, or maybe something happened that you don't feel safe to communicate the subject. Yeah. And again, please, first of all, first step, find correct partner that you can be open, you can be honest, you can have the best conversation, open, trust communication, and you can have no secrets between each other. And if you have like this lucky partner and you can speak any subject, your partner will support you, your partner will understand you, your partner will come and communicate with you. I wish the best love for you guys. I wish the best partners for you. I wish everybody be happy and healthy. Never go through all the situation, not abortion, not miscarriage, not the pain, no shame, no taboo. So we will grow in up community that have open support. So again, make a comment if you have the situation, or maybe you know somebody who has the situation. If you feel so shy in social media and make a comment, please go to my site, tayamanhattan.com. I'm completely open to help, listen, support, give you consultation, and yeah, let's have and share love, support. Have the best day, great day, and speak with you soon. Bye bye.